My dad said I was the dumb one, and he was going to make sure I stayed that way. My father gave each of his kids an identity at birth, and then spent our whole lives making sure we could never escape it. Nolan was the smart one, Adrian was the handsome one, Mara was the strong one, and I was the dumb one. He didn't just call us these things. He'd punish us whenever we were good at the wrong thing. He called it maintaining the family ecosystem. He decided the labels within minutes of each birth. I was born last and smallest, struggling to breathe, and that was enough for him. Dumb one. He wrote it on my birth certificate, in the box for medical conditions, in his neat cursive. Severely limited capacity. Our mother left when she realized he was serious. He took that as proof the system worked better without her. The problem was, I wasn't dumb, and he knew it. When I started reading above grade level at 7, he panicked and pulled me out of school after 3rd grade, telling everyone I was too slow to learn. When I grew taller than Adrian, he made me hunch until my spine curved, because the dumb one couldn't also be tall. And every day, he fed me pills that left me dizzy and confused, and told everyone they were for my learning disability. I didn't have a learning disability. I had a father terrified of what I might become. My siblings and I protected each other however we could. Nolan secretly taught me from his textbooks after midnight. Adrian swapped my pills for vitamins whenever he could get to them. Mara would pretend to chase me off, then help me train in secret. We had a whole language Dad never cracked. At 18, while he thought I was looking at picture books, I was secretly working through online courses on the library computer. My siblings ran interference, faking crises that pulled all of Dad's attention, and I finished my GED and applied to college without him ever knowing. When the acceptance letter came to our P.O. box, we cried together in the barn. The night I escaped, Nolan faked a collapse and Adrian smashed a mirror to create chaos, and Mara drove me to campus in her truck. And for 1 week, I lived like a normal person. I picked my own clothes. I talked in class. I made friends who knew me by my name instead of my label. Then Dad called. "Did you really think I wouldn't find out?" he said, eerily calm. "The school called about your medical records. I've already withdrawn you. Mara is bringing you home." I turned around and there was Mara in my doorway, sick with guilt. Behind her stood my father, holding a medical bag. "I'm sorry," she whispered. He'd threatened to hurt Nolan and Adrian if she didn't help him. He set the bag on my desk and started preparing a syringe, talking the whole time in his calm doctor voice. "You've upset the whole ecosystem trying to be smart," he said. "We're going to fix that overactive brain of yours. Permanently. There's a doctor meeting us at the house who does these special procedures. You won't even remember wanting to be anything but what I made you." Mara grabbed my arms and pinned them behind me. I couldn't move. The needle came closer, and I watched the liquid inside it, and my heart was slamming so hard I thought it would burst. That's when the banging started on the door, loud enough to shake the frame. Dad jerked the needle back and shoved it into the bag just as the door flew open. A campus security officer rushed in, hand on his radio, and stopped dead, taking in the 3 of us frozen in those impossible positions. Mara with my arms pinned, Dad zipping his bag trying to look like a worried parent. The officer stepped between us, pulled Mara's hands off me, and moved me behind him toward the door. Dad started talking immediately, smooth and reasonable, about my mental health, my episodes, the wild stories I told about the family. But the officer was looking at the red marks on my arms, then at the medical bag, then at me, shaking so hard I could barely get a word out. He asked me what was in the bag. I got out one word. "Click here to watch part 2 of the story."